Welcome to the 2019-2020 NBA Awards show, hosted by me. In this video, I'm going to be going over who I think will win MVP, Rookie of the Year, Coach of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Most Improved, and Sixth Man of the Year for the 2019-2020 NBA season. This isn't a prediction video, it's me sharing my opinion on who I think deserves each award based on the 65-ish games that every team has played this season, because I don't think teams will get the chance to play 82 games. So keep that in mind while watching. I'm going to start with the boring ones and then get into the interesting ones later in the video, so make sure you'll stick around for that. Let's start off with Coach of the Year. I think there's three candidates that could realistically win the award. Frank Vogel, Mike Budenholzer, and Nick Nurse. I'm going to rule out Mike Budenholzer winning the award because it almost never gets given to the same coach 2 years in a row, no matter how well they did, which is dumb, but it just is what it is. Anyway, I think Nick Nurse deserves Coach of the Year. The Raptors managed to get the second seed in the East despite losing Kawhi. The team is still playing at a very high level and Nick Nurse is a huge part of that. I think he deserves it more than Vogel because Nurse contributed more to the Raptors' wins than Vogel did to the Lakers' wins. What I mean by that is, yes, the Lakers won more games than the Raptors, but that's more so because they have a good team and two superstars in LeBron and AD, whereas the Raptors don't have a single superstar. So coaching plays a bigger part in their wins. I will say that Frank Vogel did do a great job on the Lakers rotation and he broke the LeBron coach curse, but Nick Nurse is a better coach than Frank Vogel and that's why he deserves Coach of the Year. The Sixth Man Award was really hard to choose this year. There's so many candidates compared to past years. For the past couple of seasons, Lou Williams has run away with the award and clearly been the favourite. But he's had somewhat of an off year this season. He led all bench players in scoring, but he was inefficient, shooting only 42% from the field. Lou Williams declined when other players seemed to improve. My guy Derrick Rose balled out for the Pistons as their main player off the bench, showing last year wasn't a fluke. Davis Bertans broke out as one of the best three-point shooters in the league and averaged 15 points on 42% from three. Dennis Schroeder had a Lou Will-esque season for the Thunder. But I personally think the award should go to Lou Will's teammate, Montrezl Harrell. Montrezl averaged 19 points and 7 rebounds off the bench for the Clippers and contributed more than Lou Will's in my opinion. With not much big man presence on the Clippers, Montrezl Harrell has been closing games for them, so he has a very key role for their team. Lou Williams is very talented, but he's only valuable offensively and is a liability on defense. After Kawhi and PG joined the Clippers, they haven't needed Lou Will to close games off as a scorer. Don't get me wrong, he's still a key piece, but his role has gotten smaller, whereas Montrezl has a bigger role, and that's why Montrezl deserves the award. Most Improved. This is the most unpredictable award in my opinion. There's a lot of people that deserve the award. Brandon Ingram, Devontae Graham, Luka Doncic, Bam Adebayo, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander are the top 5 candidates for me. All of them took their game to a new level this season. Shai, Luka, and Devontae all had excellent seasons, but since they're only sophomore players, I'm going to rule them out. As second-year players never seem to win the award because they are supposed to improve. This award is given to players who are a bit older. So it's between BI and Bam. Both of them were first-time All-Stars this year and both have improved their game exceptionally, but to me, Brandon Ingram deserves the award. BI has the whole Laker narrative going for him, and he also put up better numbers than Bam. Bam is a versatile big man on a contending team, whereas Ingram is a scoring forward on a team that's not in the playoffs. So BI having better numbers is expected, but the fact that Ingram led the Pelicans on the offensive end before Zion came back is very impressive. That was one of the questions for the Pelicans coming into the season. We didn't know what was going to happen with their offense, and who was going to be their first scoring option in the absence of Zion. But Ingram took that role and shined in it, earning himself his first All-Star Game appearance. If Ingram puts it all together, he's going to earn a lot more of those. I was gonna make a joke about Rudy Gobert shutting down the whole league, but that's overdone. The Defensive Player of the Year is between Giannis and Anthony Davis. This award is the closest award, it could go either way. Anthony Davis averaged 2.4 blocks and 1.4 steals on the second best defensive team, whereas Giannis averaged 1 block and 1 steal on the best defensive team. Although Giannis' stats aren't as good as AD's, his impact is still the same, if not better. Giannis might not block as many shots as AD or get as many steals, but he still contests and challenges shots in the paint and guards the perimeter at an elite level. He is hands down a better perimeter defender than AD. As mentioned before, the Bucks are the best defensive team in the league, whereas the Lakers are second. That's why I have Giannis winning the award. Also, on paper, he is the only player in the league that can effectively guard all 5 positions, and he showed that this season, while leading his team as the best defensive unit in the league. The Rookie of the Year award without a doubt goes to Ja Morant, and if you think otherwise, you have the basketball IQ of flight.
JJ Redick, to be 1000 with you, bro. Nobody doesn't even talk about JJ Redick anymore. His 3 should honestly be below 85. He's probably one of the top 10 biggest busts in NBA history.
You're smoking crack. Stop.
88 overall for Rudy Gobert? Has anybody ever heard of this dude?
NBA Defensive Player of the Year is Rudy Gobert.
I have high basketball knowledge, bro.
Ja came into the season and right off the bat he was aggressive. He was trying to dunk on everybody. He had a play early in the season where he got the game-tying bucket late in the game and then blocked Kyrie's game-winner attempt the play after. He wasn't scared of anybody and showed that through his play. You love to see that from a rookie, and especially one like Ja Morant, who is going to be the face of your franchise. He led rookies in assists by a considerable amount and was second in scoring only behind Zion, who we will talk about in a bit. We tend to see rookie point guards struggle when they first get into the league, but not Ja. He had an assist-turnover ratio of 2.1 assists per turnover. To put that into perspective, this season Luka Doncic and Jamal Murray had the same 2.1 assists per turnover, both all-star caliber players but young. Kemba Walker and Mike Conley, who are all-star caliber veteran point guards, had 2.3 assists per turnover this season. This shows how mature Ja's game actually is. Ja Morant can seem over-aggressive and reckless at times, but he is actually very efficient, and this is only going to improve as he gets older. He also led the Grizzlies to the 8th seed, getting them a playoff spot, which nobody expected in the stacked West. He not only gave us highlights and put up their numbers, but also led his team to wins. There's nothing more you could have asked from him. As I mentioned before, Zion led rookies in scoring, and his play showed that he's the best rookie from the draft class, but he only played 19 games due to injury, so he isn't even eligible for the award. We had a few surprising rookies this season that somewhat challenged Ja for the award. Eric Pascal from the Warriors used the opportunity with Clay and Curry being injured to show us that he has potential. Kobe White mainly came off the bench, but because of his solid play near the end of the season, he earned himself a starting spot where he showed out. But the rookie who I think surprised everyone the most was Kendrick Nunn. He was undrafted 2 years ago and joined the Miami Heat, where he started showing his true ability. For a rookie that went undrafted to be majorly contributing for a competitive team like Miami, who has stars like Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, it just shows how much Nunn has improved since he went undrafted. Man, I'm excited for the future of this rookie class. This is a no-brainer. Giannis is the MVP. Honestly, it's a question on if he's unanimous or not. In my opinion, he should be unanimous, which would make him the second ever unanimous MVP, joining Curry. Giannis led his team to the best record in the league while playing at an all-time great level offensively and defensively. He also has improved his shooting, which was the only weakness in his game. Giannis has the body of a 99 overall created player, bro. Dude is 7 feet with a ridiculous wingspan and strong as hell, but is also fast and agile with a crazy vert. It's just about him developing his skills, which he has done this season. He's only 25 and he's showing that in his prime he's going to be up there with Jordan and LeBron. On that note, LeBron was the only one that challenged Giannis for the MVP award this season, but as the season went on it was clear that LeBron was in second place. Just before the suspension, people suddenly changed their minds and claimed that LeBron deserved the MVP after the Lakers went on a win streak. This pattern happens every year like it's some sort of prophecy. There's a clear MVP, in this case Giannis, but near the end of the season the person in second place, in this case LeBron, starts going off and starts playing better than the player who was favourite, and when the season ends, some people make a case that the player who was in second place the whole season deserved MVP and got robbed when it's given to the player that was first for majority of the season. People forget that the MVP is an award given to the player who was consistently the best during the season. You can't be in second place for the whole season and make up the ground in 3 weeks. Giannis has better numbers, his team has the better record even though LeBron has better help. The only case you can make for LeBron is that he plays in the stacked Western Conference, but that doesn't change much. The MVP race this season was more than just winning the award. It was LeBron defending his throne as king and his title of the best player in the NBA and Giannis taking that from him. Giannis has proved this season that he is the best player in the league, and whenever LeBron starts declining, Giannis is going to take his place as the face of the NBA. Those were my thoughts on the NBA awards. Tell me yours in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.